How's it going, guys? Dustin at Daily Grind Fantasy, and in today's video, we're going to be building out a few slips, one in NBA, one in CSGO. That's going to be from the Correlation Tool here at Daily Grind Fantasy. Before we get into the video, though, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button while you're at it, because it really does help us out. We would appreciate it. Now, I'm going to hop over to the Optimizer. As you guys can see on the PrizePicks board, it's looking a little dry, but have no fear. If you are watching us here on this YouTube channel, you probably have all the DFS apps in your area, or at least you should. And if you don't, use code DGF to sign up. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $100 on most of all these apps. But look at this. For, let's say, 5-leg insured slips here on PrizePicks, or 5-leg flex slips on PrizePicks, we need 54.34% average fair odds percentage on each individual leg. We're not even getting one leg above that at this very moment. So we are not going to be able to build out a plus EV slip here on PrizePicks, right? Because that's our break-even win rate at 54.34% of the time. Well, you have to win your each individual leg above that 54.34% in 5-leg flexes to be profitable in the long term. So we don't even have plays that are reaching that potential. So we're not going to be able to build a slip there on PrizePicks. But if we come down our apps, we can see if we're going to be able to build something out elsewhere, which we do have an app that we're going to be able to build on. But for the sake of how I kind of use the optimizer, how I kind of check things out, this is what I do. Here on Underdog, right? We have Nurkic over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. He's at 12.5 on some of these books, juiced on the over on 11.5 on some of these books as well. So that is above the break-even win rate or the fair odds percentage needed on each individual leg. On Underdog, we need 55%, right? And if above 55% average on each individual leg for 3-man non-insured. So 3-man non-insured and then 5-pick insured are going to be your most profitable slip types over the long term here on Underdog. Think about it. 3-man on Underdog, uninsured, you're getting a 6x return. Why do we not play 3-mans on PrizePicks? Because you're getting a 5x return playing it on PrizePicks. So play your 3-man over here on Underdog uninsured. But we can also check the middling tool. So we did see that we had that 55%er there. We could check the middling tool here on the middling tool at Daily Grind Fantasy. Made for middling, right? Like we see this a lot in like CSGO or League of Legends, like a 6-kill difference, right? Somebody's set at 30 kills on PrizePicks, 36 kills on Underdog for the same game. It's like, okay, which one's right? We don't really know because they're both respectable DFS apps that set their lines independently. So we would want to take the over of 30 on PrizePicks, the under of 36 on Underdog. You have a 6-kill leeway that if it lands in between there, you win both bets. So it's a really good opportunity to middle with like a 6-kill discrepancy like that. But at the same time, we can also just compare where the DFS app market is compared to each other, not the sportsbooks, right? The optimizer with the screen we were just on is comparing sportsbooks lines and odds directly back to PrizePicks, Underdog, etc. Here is across all the DFS apps. So we're going to look and see maybe if Underdog is off in comparison to the rest of the DFS app market. Mark Andrews receptions at 4 seems to be pretty solid. Currently, multiple books at 4.5. We're seeing if anything else is, and I just kind of scan the market like this, going down, looking for Underdog to be off. See, this isn't a good play because look, it's set to 2 on multiple books, 1.5 on 1. It's kind of split. We are looking for Underdog to be off only, essentially. Damian Lillard, under 10 rebounds plus assists. Okay, so let's see. So a lot of push potential on this slip if we were to build it out, but so Andrews was over, Lillard under 10. So let's go back to that real quick. So Lillard, if we look at that, comparing to the market, Lillard's set to 9.5 everywhere, but here on Underdog. So seems Underdog's too aggressive in pricing this. Looking at the rest of the market in comparison to them. So let's take advantage of it. Hit the under, and then we can go back to the optimizer here on Underdog And that 55%er was Nurkic over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. Lock that in. Nurkic over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. Boom. So that could be a slip. Now, obviously, this is good and all, but I don't love having these multiple push props in it because obviously if one of these props do push, then it will, make it a 2-leg, right? And then it will take down our plus EV percentage. Thus, probably wouldn't be a plus EV play. So it's going to be a feel thing, I guess, for you. But really, I would stay away from these push props, especially multiple push props in the same slips, stuff like that. But essentially, this could be a plus EV slip. Now, ParlayPlay, where all the action is at, this is going to be where we're going to build out our slip. We're going to be taking Nurkic over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Set the 22.5 and 21.5 on multiple books. We're going to have to go quick. This is where we take advantage. So don't worry about this color coding. We're working on updating it because ParlayPlay has recently changed their payout structure. So now their 6-man insured slips are the best slip type across ParlayPlay. It's the exact same payout system as PrizePicks for their 6-mans. So PrizePicks 5 and 6-mans are the best. ParlayPlay's 6-mans are the best. So we can go ahead and build out a slip. Plenty of plus EV plays. If we click here, we can see 6-pick uninsured slips. We got plenty of plays to choose from here. So let's go ahead and do it. And we can even come down because we're having a couple 57%ers in here. So Nurkic over 20.5. Owner, let's see. So owner, maybe we're going to make this an NBA slip. I did say that to you guys, but he's heavily juiced at 6.5 on Hot Streak, which is a dynamic payout platform. So they're basically telling you monies came in on the under so much that there's lots of people favoring these under. So you could play this on a set payout platform where you're getting better odds at minus 119 in this 6-pick insured slip as opposed to minus 212 if you're taking the under on Hot Streak. Evan Mobley under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. Let's go ahead and get that in. Evan Mobley under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. And then Franz Wagner under 25.5 points plus rebounds. And I'll talk a little bit about that, or 25.5 points plus rebounds. Like, look here, Evan Mobley, you see, obviously, there's a couple books set to 11.5. The books that are set to 12.5, juiced on the under. Franz Wagner, a couple of books, actually looks like all the books are at 24.5. So you get a 1-point rebound discrepancy, and there's some juice on the under on some of these books. But yeah, a 1-point rebound discrepancy. Take it all day long. Jalen Brunson, same exact thing. Set to 28.5 on the books, 29.5. So too aggressive with their lines here on ParlayPlay. Let's take advantage of it. 29.5 on the under. And then let's see what's up next. We have LeBron James over 15 rebounds plus assists. Looks like he is set to 15.5 on the books. So maybe some slight juice. Looks like maybe from Fliff on the over of 15.5. So we're just following the data, following the sports books, and finding that ParlayPlay is too low. So let's take advantage of it and get them at a better number, not only odds-wise, but actual line-wise. Evan Mobley, we've already played. We can come down here to Harrison Barnes over points plus rebounds at 12.5. He's set to 13.5 on the books. So, boom. Harrison Barnes, 12.5 points plus rebounds. So that's going to round out the slip here for NBA on ParlayPlay. If you guys don't have ParlayPlay, very soft lines oftentimes. Linked, not linked, but use code DGF. You'll get 100% deposit match up to $100 to ParlayPlay. Nurkic, over 20.5 points, rebounds, assists. Evan Mobley, under 12.5 rebounds plus assists. Franz Wagner, under 25 points, rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 29.5 points of rebounds on the under. And then LeBron James, over 15 rebounds plus assists. Harrison Barnes, over 12.5 points plus rebounds. All really sharp plays in comparison to the market and the sports books there. Now, I did promise one more slip off the correlation tool. I'm not going to build it out on Underdog, but this is going to be from the Daily Grind Fantasy Correlation Tool. If you guys don't know about it, we give you fully correlated slips across multiple different sports, CS2, which is also known as CSGO, NFL, college football, soccer, NBA, etc. Right? So League of Legends, I keep saying League of Legends. CS2 is going to be overs on each team in a game, right? So if you look at the top one, Djoko, over 31 kills, and in the same game on the other team on the other side, Lunatic, over 24 kills in the same game, right? So what you're hoping for in CS2 for correlation is lots of rounds, more opportunities for kills, maybe even overtime. And we're seeing, since they switched to CS2, less rounds. Looks like there's been a decent amount more overtime, which really helps whenever you have the overs on kills. So a little bit of an edge there when it does go to OT. And so yeah, this is going to be it. Djoko, over 31.5. Lunatic, over 24.5. Over 24. Altex, over 31. And this is going to be in a separate game. So we combine two different games, two different overs from each team in those two games. Altex, over 31.5. And then center one, over 24.5 here for that game. So that's going to round out the Underdog slip there. So really, we got like 3 slips in this video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, drop a like in this video, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and we'll see you in the next one. Let's cash.